So very good football team, and you know, our guys came up. Our defense played outstanding. Thought our special teams made a huge difference in this game. Obviously, Coach Shire did a great job scheming up the punt blocks, and that was really a huge changing point in the game. And then our offense ran the ball in the fourth quarter when they needed to and made first down. So just a great team win, and you know, that's a very good football team we beat tonight.
Was there something, I guess you alluded to this, was there something in particular you saw on their punt?
Yeah, I mean, well, we look for things every week, and sometimes it plays out that it works, and sometimes it doesn't, and this week it worked.
Early on, they got the first drive, you're down 7-0, but your team was resilient. You fought back, you got that punt block, you scored. Just talk about resiliency and the fact they didn't get down.
Well, you know, they had, what, 244 yards of offense, and I would bet probably 160 of it was on the first drive of both halves.
Right.
So the first drive, they went 72 yards, and then after that, we gave up 7 yards the rest of the half. And then the opening drive, 95. They went 95. And, you know, they're a very good offense. It's not an accident that they're scoring, you know, 35, 40 points a game. So we knew they were going to make plays, but I was really proud the way our defense stepped up after that. We made some plays.
Was it an adjustment after that first drive?
Or adjustment. I mean, they run what they run, we run what we run. Our guys got off the blocks, they made plays in space, we defended them better, and I mean, no, our defense has been outstanding all year. So, you know, guys just, you know, they're good, and that's a tempo and a pace and some players that we don't face every day with our look team. And I just think took a little time to get caught up to the speed of the game.
What about Pettison's play that in the place of Bobo? Seemed like he was in on quite a few tackles.
He's a good player, and you know, if Boo Boo Gates wasn't such a good player, he'd play a lot more. But that's why we recruited him, and that's why we give him reps in practice. And it's a great example of, you know, Boo Boo went down with an ankle sprain, and Josh Pettis stepped in and played really well for us, and he was ready to go, and he had a great week of practice.
Well, you talk a little bit about the defensive line. Their offensive line is really good, and your guys were still able to get push.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, but they got some push too. I mean, I really thought that was going to be a great battle, because I think Ohio has one of the best coached offensive lines in the conference, and I think our defensive line is pretty good. And I thought that was going to be a big battle, and I thought on defense we did a great job of limiting their play-action game. And that's been a real dangerous part of what they do, and for the most part we covered them pretty well in the back end.
Controlling your own destiny to get to the championship game?
Yeah, but now it's the same deal next week. You know,
right.
You can say the same thing about Kent. So
it's tough to ask for anything better at this point.
Well, it's where you want to be, but it just sets up another big game next week. And you know, we have a lot of respect for Ohio, and we have a lot of respect for Kent. So these are tough games.
You talked about running the ball. Your time management was pretty good, especially in the second half. You were using the play clock, and that was the plan. But just talk about the successful way you were able to use the clock.
Well, you know, Anton's run was huge, which allowed us. But you know, we've done this now since Akron, that if we get a lead in the second half, we're going to bleed the clock, and we're going to try to keep the game short. And we're going to try to play field position, and I think our defense is hard to go a long field on.
Second week in a row, you unveil a tricky play there. I mean, when you talk, it was a great play fake by Matt Schills, and a pump to get it started as well.
Yeah, and that's, you know, right now we're not throwing the ball in our base offense as well as we need to, and so we probably need a wrinkle like that every week to help get us going. And it worked last week, and it worked this week.
You mentioned that your punt return was good, but also your punt team was outstanding too.
Yeah, I thought Schmeidebusch punted like the all-conference punter he is. You know, he's had a little bit of an inconsistent year, but I thought he was great today, and not just with his distance, but his placement.
And we also talk about the value of that. We've talked about flipping the field when you're relying on your defense.
Yeah, I mean, if we give people a long field, we feel good about things, and certainly our offense by making first downs did that, and Brian by punting the ball long and away from their returner, and our coverage guys did a great job.
Will you talk a little more about Anton? Because, I mean, the guy who didn't play last week, and the question was whether he would play, much less start, and he gives you 180 yards.
Yeah, he was rested. He should. The rest of our guys have been working, and he's been taking time off and in the World Tub, so he should be fresh.
So are you going to keep him fresh, getting ready for next
Well,
Saturday?
we got 10 days, so this has been nice. All right.